Hello again and welcome again to our tutorials. So in this section, we want to focus our attention on the topic, and I'll just open up one topic so that we can see the topic template that we have been provided in the topic. So for each topic, we need to have an overview, which we put in the short description of what the module covers and explain its contribution to the overall course here. Then we list the learning outcomes, and this, take note, is the module level learning outcomes. Then we need to put in the instructional plan and learning activities. And remember from our previous tutorial, we indicated that we're going to use what we call the PAIR acronym, which is prepare, engage, apply, and reflect. So we are going to have the prepare activity, which is a reading activity or a video where the students are supposed to watch. So here you're providing the learners with reading materials. Then we need an engagement activity, which will require learners to interact. So here we can consider maybe a discussion activity. And then we have an opportunity where the students apply what they have learned, so we can give them some application activity here, and then we can also include a reflection activity, so where the students are supposed to reflect on their learning and share about what they have learned in that module, and it also enriches their learning. So to get started, we must turn editing on from the top right corner. Click on the edit mode button and toggle it so that it turns editing on. So once we've turned editing on, we need to proceed to the topic. We are at topic 1, so you need to edit the topic title. So this is introduction, module 1, introduction to maybe accounts if I'm teaching accounting. Then click on enter on the keyboard to effect the changes in the module title. Then come to this section of the module overview, click on this 3 vertical dots, click edit settings, then put in a relevant overview of the module here, okay, of the topic 1 module, which is relevant to your topic. You can edit the course, the topic index, the title index, whatever. The title index is what appears here. It aids in ease of navigating across the modules. So make sure that you always put the proper course index here. So module 1, introduction to accounting. Once you have effected the changes, put in the proper module overview, put in the introduction, click save and return to course. So let me go back to, I can use my course index in navigating to make it easy. So I'm done with my module 1 overview. I come to the learning outcomes here. So I click the corresponding settings for editing that section here, edit settings. And then I can, you may need to delete the content that is provided here and put in the relevant learning outcomes adhering to the principles that we discussed earlier about the components of a learning outcome, that it must have a performance, an action verb, the criteria, and also it must have the condition. So state the learning outcomes appropriately for this module, and of course they need to be aligned to knowledge, skills, application, and attitude. Okay, then save and return to course once you have edited that section satisfactorily. Then after module 1 learning outcomes, now we come to the instructional plan and learning activities. So here is where you describe the actual learning activities. Okay, and as I indicated, the first one is prepare. So here we are focusing on preparing the learner by providing them the required reading materials. The reading materials can be in form of attached documents, it can be in form of a video, it can be in form of a web link where we are directing them to a certain website where they're supposed to read and then come back and use the information they have read in the prepare section to engage in a discussion or a case review, or so refer to the Loreland 6 types of learning activities so that you pick the proper activities that prompt engagement among learners. Okay, so here under the prepare, you need to edit that section. So click here, click edit settings. So under prepare, you're going to instruct the learner. Okay, you're going to instruct the learner on what they're going to read. So describe. So tell them, find below the topic notes. Maybe you're going to give them a URL link, and so describe the reading materials that you're going to provide for them, and if there's any special instruction that you'd want to provide to them in terms of the order in which they need to read sections of maybe an article that you have provided that you need them to read. So if I've given them an entire ebook and I just want them to focus on a given section of the ebook, this would be a good place that I can give in that specific instructions on which sections to read, which aspects to focus on. So once you've provided a brief instructions on the asynchronous activity for this module, which is reading activity, the next you need to attach the resources, and you can attach below here. Okay, maybe let me just go through. So you can attach here. Okay, so just below the prepare activity, if you hover on this dotted line, there is a subsection, a sub area that you can attach an activity directly. So hover over it until this icon, which appears like a plus sign with a blue square around it, appears. Click on it. So we're going to attach a reading resource. So remember, we are focusing on resources. So we're going to attach a document for our students to read. And for you to be able to attach a document, you use this option called File. So I'm going to click on File. I'm going to put in the name of my resource. So it's topic 1 notes. So I'm going to give them topic 1 notes, and then I can give them an instruction here: read page 30 to 40 of the attached resource. Then I scroll down and attach the specific resource here. So I'll click either here or here, either this or this to attach. So I'll click here, click upload file, choose file, and browse for the resource on my computer. So I'll go to my documents, pick up the document which I want them to read, upload it. Preferably let's attach PDF files. Once it has successfully attached, you can scroll down and save and return to course. So you're saving the document, attaching the document.